Hello, hello. And hey, it looks to be working. That was bad. It was having some major connection issues. But I restarted the modem, restarted my computer. Seems to have helped. Hopefully it keeps doing this the whole stream. Alright. Alright, let me set up my phone again since I had to mess with that. That way I can respond in chat if I have to. Bitch. Yeah, man. There it goes. Yeah, I was hoping, like, I thought it might have been a, that was a fast eating. I had a friend earlier today who wanted to stream, but her connection was just horrible the entire time. I thought maybe it was a Twitch thing. Let me, refresh this real quick. And there we go. Okay. All right. And I was going to be really sad too because I can't stream. Normally I stream Wednesdays. I can't stream tomorrow because I'm going to be crashing at a friend's house overnight just to do some stuff since he's finally free. And I won't be able to stream because I don't want to bring my PC to his place. It's like a 45-minute drive, and the computer is a little sensitive. I don't like taking it with me to places. Also, his internet's garbage. I would never be able to stream on it. I don't know, I can eat fast, but I feel like eating is one of the few things I enjoy in life. Even being on keto for the last 10 months, I still like a good meal, you know? I'm in my 30s. Eating's about all I can do anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I barely have any social life. I'm not very active. It's like I better eat something. So I like to take my time. Plus, I found that if I spend less time eating, well, you know what I mean? If I spend like more time eating, but I eat less in that time frame, the same time frame, I get full better. Like eating over the course of like a half an hour instead of only 5 minutes. I think I'm more satisfied. If I eat quickly, I feel like I'm hungry too soon. Like my body's too slow to tell me I'm full. All right. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I had my 2 meals today. I'm trying not to eat so late, so when I get done streaming, I can have like a snack maybe. All right. This is going to be a fun stream because I get to start off with Tachanka. Just going to jump right into it.
Hostiles detected at the landing coordinates.
Joker, what have you got?
Sensors show a Reaper parked at the Shroud facility. No way you're going to be able to land a shuttle there.
Get everyone assembled in the war room. I want eyes on the Shroud.
Aye, aye, sir.
Morden.
New form of Reaper, Shepard, using Shroud to poison Tuchanka's atmosphere. Problematic.
They want to fight. They just got one.
Primarch, we're gonna need your help.
That could be difficult. Our losses on Palaven have been catastrophic.
Oh, you've never played? Ooh, this is going to take some, let me see if I can describe this in the best, easiest way possible. The Reapers kill everyone. They show up in the beginning of this one, the third one. That guy is a Turian, the Primarch guy. We asked for his help. He won't help unless we get the Krogan on our side, which is the guy named Rex on the other side of the table. You can't see in the scene right now. His people were inflicted with the genophage. Basically, they became sterile, more or less. It's like 1 out of 1,000 births actually is effective. It was because their population growth was ridiculously high, and they were trying to like kill everyone. That was like 2,000 years ago. And we're trying to get the Krogan on our side by curing the genophage. And that's what we're doing now. Ending a 2 millennia long sterilization.
We're doing this for Palaven. No one said it would be easy.
What do you have in mind?
A combined attack. Your people hit the Reaper with an airstrike. Rex, at the same time, your soldiers will be attacking from the ground. Together, you can draw it away from the tower.
Yes, distraction. Small team can reach Shroud facility. Finish synthesizing cure. We'll need Eve to come with us.
And the guy that just spoke, his name is Morden. He's a Solarian. Their people made the genophage. And the Turians, the guy on my left, they're the ones who used it to stop the Krogan rebellion. And most Solarians think it's a good idea to keep the genophage going. Morden does not think so. He thinks they've paid enough, that they deserve a chance to actually, like, you know, live. And I've said it before, but the genophage is super messed up. It isn't just that, like, they're sterile. It's that I think the numbers are like 999 out of 1,000 births are stillborn. So it isn't that they can't get pregnant. It's that they do, but it ends horribly. Which is, I mean, the sterilization's bad enough, but that's kind of like a torture. So I think Morden's seen enough. And we need Krogan. The Krogan are like the big, like, walking tanks. We need them to fight the Reapers. And they'll be more motivated if they're fighting for their future. Because for the last 1,000 years, they've been fighting for nothing. Because they don't have a future.
We've never faced a Reaper up close like this. Everyone on board?
There's even a doubt? Let's move, Pyjack. It's time to cure the genophage.
Commander, incoming message marked urgent. I'll put it in the comm room for you.
Oh, I know who this is.
Dalatrus?
Commander Shepard, we know you've reached Tuchanka. And by now, I imagine Morden Solus has proposed using the Shroud.
Are you spying on us?
Hardly. The Shroud is the only viable course of action open to you. Commander, you can't allow your misguided sympathy for the Krogan to cloud your judgment. Do you honestly believe curing the genophage will end in lasting peace?
Okay. This is the Dalatrus. She kind of runs the Solarian government, but there's kind of two sides to the Solarians. Like, there's like the government side, and then like the more espionage, like military side. And luckily, they're kind of on my side. She heavily doesn't want me to cure the genophage. She sees the Krogans as nothing but brutes. Thing is, though, my buddy Rex from Mass Effect 1 is running the Krogan right now, at least most of them. I think he can steer them in the right direction. That's kind of how the game shows that to you. If Rex is alive, because there is a way to kill him in 1, if he's alive, he kind of nudges the Krogan towards a better future, especially in the epilogue. But if you have another person as a leader, his brother, he is much more harsh. So it's heavily hinted that if he's in charge and you cure the genophage, they go like they most likely go to war later. But there will be no lasting peace if we're all dead from the Reapers.
We have to give the Krogan that chance. You can't condemn an entire race to extinction based on what might happen.
What will happen is the Krogan will reproduce out of control. We uplifted them specifically for their violent nature, not their diplomatic skills. Another war is inevitable.
What do you want, Dalatrus?
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you're planning couldn't be done. Morden will likely detect this malfunction and repair it. But if you ensure that he doesn't, then the cure's viability will be altered just enough so that it fails. No one will notice the change.
You mean trick the Krogan?
They need not be any the wiser. Let Urdnot Rex believe you fulfilled your promise.
Morden would never stand for that.
How you deal with him is up to you, Commander. We can provide you our very best scientists to build the Crucible, and the full support of our fleets.
If I sabotage the cure.
Think about it, Commander. The choice is yours.
And this is an obvious renegade choice. Funny thing is, the way the game works, if Rex's brother is in charge of the Krogan, he isn't exactly as smart as Rex, so you can actually trick him. You can get the Solarians to side with you by saying, I'm going to sabotage the cure, and you can tell Reeve, oh yeah, it's definitely cured, and he's like, oh, okay, and he's on your side. Which is horrible to do, like, because not only, like, the Krogan are fighting for their future they won't realize the genophage cure was fake until years from now. And then they've lost so many people to the Reapers, they basically would be a doom species at that point. If I wasn't going to cure the genophage, I would at least tell the Krogan to their face. Be like, nah, not going to do that. Now, ooh, this is a toughie. I kind of want to bring Garrus. His people are the ones that did the genophage, so I kind of want to bring him. Plus, he's friends with Rex. Honestly, Liara, I kind of want to bring the old crew from Mass Effect 1, Liara and Garrus, because they know Rex. They have the most connection to this. Rex doesn't know these three people at all. He knows Tali, but Tali isn't on the team yet. Yeah, I'm bringing Team OG. It's also a nice mix of combat, tech, and biotics. I'm full tech. Garrus has 1 tech ability, and Liara is like full biotic. Which, tech and biotic are basically casters in this game. Tech is more about buffing and debuffing, like taking out shields, defenses basically, doing more damage to armor. And biotics is more about crowd control and some damage. Well, that's the thing. Having a balanced team is helpful. Garrus can do lots of damage with his weapon, and I can strip off shields and armor, and Liara can do crowd control once the shields and armor are off. So this is a pretty good group. I'm going to leave the face on Garrus. I like to pair people with weapons that make sense. And the face on is a Turian assault rifle. So like once I start getting new weapons, I like to pair them properly. Now there is no Turian pistol in the game. And so I have a Solarian pistol, a human pistol, and a blood pack kind of pistol, which is like mercenaries. The Eagle is my choice for myself. I love this thing. And I love the face on, but I already used it last mission, so I'm gonna go a little more fun with this. How about an SMG? Normally, in my own playthrough, I use the same weapons and same people all the time. It's just how I play. Like, once I unlock Tali in this game, it's like nothing but Tali and Garrus the whole game. And sometimes Liara. And Javik, because he's DLC and I like to hear what he says. It's kind of like all I do. Ooh. How about I go SMG? You know what? Let's go SMG and sniper rifle. Sounds fun. This thing is... I hate this thing. It's a weird sniper rifle, assault rifle combo. I don't like it. Now, I gotta be worried about my weight. Every Mass Effect game has a different system. Mass Effect 1, your abilities were on separate cooldowns, so you could just spam your abilities one after the other. And then Mass Effect 2, they were all on the same cooldown, but it had to do with the cooldown of the ability. You use an ability that has a cooldown of 2 seconds, they're all on cooldown for 2 seconds. This is the same way. But also, in 2, as an engineer, I could only equip an SMG and a pistol. That's it. In this game, I can equip whatever I want, except it weighs you down. And the weight messes with your power recharge speed. That's the balance. Which is why, as an engineer, I'm only bringing 2 weapons. And I'm going to bring my old Viper. I like this thing. Except I'm going to replace ammo capacity, because ammo capacity is actually pretty good in this already. With this thing. Increased damage by 10%, and it slows down time by 30% to make it easier to snipe. This is for people who aren't good at aiming, like myself. And a 148% recharge rate, perfect. Liara, I'm going to give her the Tempest because it's something new. I don't think there is such thing as an Asari SMG in this game. I don't think. Also, because it's your teammates, the only thing that really matters in mods is damage. That's pretty much it. That is an Asari pistol. And then, oh yeah, I had him use, I hate this thing. This is like the worst gun in the game to me. It's a harpoon gun. There's a race in this game called the Batarians. They're kind of like the terrorists of the galaxy, more or less. They're all dead. The Reapers hit them first. And this is one of their guns. It shows because it's brutal. It fires a literal harpoon. This is the future. And they have a gun that fires a giant metal rod into people. Let's see. I tend to give him this because I believe this is a... Actually, I don't know what race this is. It's Turian. It kind of looked Turian to me. Makes sense. 2 Turian weapons for you. Ooh, I got 5 points. I tend not to use Cryoblast that much. I'm gonna go with Tech Mastery. Increase the force and damage of squad mates' powers by 30%. Nice for everyone. However, Garrus doesn't have that many powers. So, it'd be good. It'd really only be good for Liara. And then, or increase power damage by bonus by 10% for me, and increase weight capacity. Yes, please. I can use heavier weapons and use my abilities more. Pfft. No contest. I always take that. Even if I'm a soldier, I take that. As you can see, I don't like proximity mine. I'm going to save up for something else. Recharge bonus speed by all powers of 40%. Nice. Yes, that's better. I'd rather do that than 20% extra health and shields. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. 20% extra health and shields isn't much. All right, time to save the Krogan and get some new allies.
I've ordered the clans to assemble at the Hollows. It's our sacred meeting ground. We'll land there and take an armored convoy against the Reaper. This will be the defining moment of Krogan history.
Krogan history filled with defining moments. Most bloody. Hope this one better.
So do I, Morden.
Commander, you seem troubled.
Okay, even if you don't plan on doing... This is why I like this game. Like this series. I like games like this in general. Choices. Some only matter in the moment, but still. Extra dialogue. I can tell them that the Solarians were like, hey, they told me to do this, but I'm not going to. Or you keep it a secret. If you keep it a secret and then don't do it, I think they might find out later. Might be like, I mean, you didn't do it, but you could have told us. But no, the Krogan are my friends.
I got a message from them.
And then I get interrupted.
Rex, it's Reeve. The Reapers are already at the Hollows. Come out with guns blazing.
Hang on tight. We're heading in.
But Heather, I know you played Dragon Age. I mean, this is a BioWare game. It has a lot of stuff similar to Dragon Age. Oh, hello.
Shepard, keep them away from the female. I'll sort out what's happening with the other clans.
I love Rex. And Krogan in general. Krogan are basically the Klingons of the galaxy.
Everyone pick your target.
Maybe a little more bloodthirsty.
Now move.
No. I don't want a sniper rifle right now. There we go.
Push forward. Don't let them get up here.
I kind of forgot this SMG is a little unwieldy if you're not used to it.
It's ugly over here.
So I need to remember to fire in bursts.
Away from the female.
Working on it, Rex. All right, bursts. Bursts. Or just burn him to death. Boop. I also have a little drone called Blitzball. God, this... I need to level this thing up a little bit.
We're not done yet. More on the way.
This is where being an engineer comes in handy. I can just burn everything. And you're also a great distractor. I have this drone, like I had in Mass Effect 2, but I also have this thing. It's a little turret that I can throw.
We almost got them all.
Basically, it's like you have two more teammates. Job done.
They'll sing battle songs about this someday. Reaper blood has finally soaked our soil.
We have to get to the Shroud. The airstrike is on its way.
Female safe, Shepard. Vitals are strong.
What's a Solarian doing here? Nobody said anything about this.
Multiple Krogan. Problematic.
No. You mess with Morden, you mess with me, and you don't want to do that.
Who are you?
Erdnot Reeve, brood brother to our illustrious leader. Reeve and I share the same mother, and nothing else. For which I'm thankful. I remember what it means to be a true Krogan. We flay our enemies alive and drown them in a geyser of their own blood. We don't invite them into our home.
Yeah, exactly. He's with me. Just don't try it.
The Solarian is not your enemy. He's here to help cure the genophage.
His kind gave us the genophage. Why should we trust him?
That's why.
Because I do. And so will you.
Enough!
And here comes Eve to sort him out.
You can stay here and let old wounds fester as Krogan have always done. Or you can fight the enemy you were born to destroy and win a new future for our children. I choose to fight. Who will join me?
Me. And Morden.
I will.
And so will I. Now hold your heads high like true Krogan. There's a Reaper that needs killing!
Let's do it. And very fitting for Krogan, they have tanks. Every other species uses flying ships like the Turians are going to use. The Krogan just have these big Tonka truck looking things. I think they're actually called Tonkas.
Turian wing Artemec. Our flight vector to the shroud is locked. We're 10 minutes out and counting.
Copy that, Artemec. We're on our way, trying to make up lost time. Shepard out.
Reed isn't the only Krogan who wants revenge for the Genophage, Rex. You'll have to placate them somehow.
I'll demand the Council return some of our old territory. We'll need room to expand. Recapture the glory of the Ancients.
Glory of Ancients led to Krogan rebellions, countless deaths, creation of Genophage. Expansion plan, problematic.
What were the ancient Krogan like?
Tachanka wasn't always a wasteland. In the old times, the Krogan were a proud people. We had dreams, a future to look forward to.
Until Solarian interference.
No, we destroyed Tachanka ourselves. Technology changed us. It made life too easy. So we looked for new challenges, and found them in each other. Nuclear war was inevitable.
And now our planet is rubble. We'll need a better place to live.
See, this is how things change. Old school Krogan blame the Turians and the Solarians for their problems. Look what Eve just said, and Rex didn't disagree. This is a situation where I forget the percentage that is said in a lot of sci-fi stuff, but a good percentage of civilizations destroy themselves before they get spaceflight. They destroy themselves with nuclear weapons. It happens all the time. The Solarians interfered and uplifted them because they needed shock troops to fight the Rachni, an enemy that was like 2,000 years ago, like big bug things. They needed the Krogan to help. And so rather than like let them evolve over time, like thing is the Krogan were like they're very hardy people, and they had just nuked their own planet in war. They were surviving. Who knows if they would have survived? But Morden kind of has that same feeling that like who knows what the Krogan would have become on their own. They could have pulled themselves out of a nuclear winter and flourished. Instead, the Solarians uplifted them with technology they didn't know how to use, didn't deserve, hadn't earned, and then they became a warlike race. Still, even worse because they had ships and weapons. But the Solarians do agree that if it wasn't for Solarian interference, the Krogan rebellions wouldn't have happened. Although everyone would have died to the Rachni, so it kind of balances out, I guess. But no, they've earned it. It's been 2,000 years of not fun for the Krogan, so.
I'd say helping defeat the Reapers would be worth a new planet.
Or 10. You haven't seen how fast we can pop them out.
Rex.
What? With the Genophage cured, we'll have a lot of catching up to do.
Commander, on the shuttle, was there something you were going to say?
Yep. Here it is.
The Dalatraz tried to cut a secret deal with me.
What kind of deal?
She said they sabotaged the Shroud years ago. The cure won't work unless we fix it.
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you're planning couldn't be done.
And she thought we wouldn't know better?
Correctly. Would likely have fooled tests. But familiar with STG work, can adjust. Did not come this far for nothing.
You just spared our race another genocide, Commander.
I told you we could count on him.
And Morden.
Why are we stopping?
He's going to fix it. Like she said, Morden would have found the problem and fixed it. I would have had to deal with Morden, convince him to not do it. One way or the other. God, look at Tachanka. All out 3 land.
Rex, you and Morden stay with Eve. It's looking ugly out here.
Will do.
All right.
Reapers are bigger than I thought. Dangerous stopping like this.
Yeah, see, that's a small Reaper. That's what's known as a destroyer. They're the ones that we can actually have a chance to beat conventionally. Kind of. With enough firepower. We don't see one of the big ones. It actually is one of the things one of the few complaints I can have, logically. Maybe the Reapers didn't know what they were doing, but I feel like they would have sent more than just one.
We can't sit around like this.
They sent one little Reaper.
Look at that Reaper. It's the end of the world out there.
Dude, come on.
Not good at all.
We just left a world that had Reapers crawling all over it. This place has one. Oh, the Grawl Spike Thrower. Speaking of brutal tech, this thing literally is like it just throws. It's like Roadhog in a sense. It just shoots like metal stuff. Sharp metal stuff.
And remember to bring it back when you're done.
Now what else can I find here? Ooh, a death mask. Sounds fun to put on. Now, where do I go? Oh yeah, I talked to this person. All right. Just making sure I don't miss anything. The cool thing about this game is, yeah. Even if you miss something in an area you can't go back to, if you go back to the Citadel, you can buy it. So yes, it uses your finite amount of money you get in the game, but at least you don't miss it completely. I like that. Dragon Age 2. Ooh. Dragon Age 2 had an achievement where you had to get all the resources to craft with. And even though you could buy it in the Dark Emporium, or the Black Emporium, whatever it's called, as DLC, later, it didn't count towards the achievement. And I missed one spindleweed in my first playthrough. So I had to play it again just to get it.
I'll bet this will Larry.
What's the holdup?
Road's out. The convoy can't make it through.
Turian Wing Artemech, this is Shepard. We've been delayed. Hold off your attack.
Negative, Commander. Our approach is locked. The Reaper already knows we're here.
Off to a good start.
An airstrike alone won't do it. We have to get in that fight.
But yeah, look at that.
Damn it!
That's a baby Reaper pretty much, and it's still going to kill them all.
I don't care if we have to build a new road. We're going.
Shepard!
I've lost control. I can't pull up. Move!
Oh no, not the Tonka trucks.
Shepard, what's happening?
Rex, get the female out of here now! Go! Artemech, do you copy?
We have to abort, Commander. That Reaper's tearing us to pieces.
Understood. Save your pilots. We'll find another way.
There's a tunnel over there. Could be a way off.
All the dead
Get to
Krogan.
it!
Okay. Now this is a very interesting part that I think I overlooked the first time through. You're going into these ruins. These are the ruins of the old Krogan.
Rex, are you receiving this? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, just scratches. Nothing the Solarian can't patch up. Reeves' truck made it out too.
Oh,
The Turians have
good.
to call off the airstrike. We'll need a new plan for dealing with the Reaper.
First we'll have to find you. Where did you end up?
Underground. We see ruins of some kind.
Commander, that's the City of the Ancients.
How do we get out?
No maps exist. It's been abandoned for thousands of years.
You're a trailblazer, Shepard. Get through there and we'll find a place to meet up. Nothing will stop this cure.
That didn't feel like a tremor to me.
Rex, are you guys feeling these tremors?
Not up here.
It could be something else, Commander. It is said that Kalros, the mother of all Thresher Maws, lives in this region.
Which is another reason to get your ass out of there, Shepard. Step on it.
Ooh.
Did I hear that right? Kalros, the mother of all Thresher Maws?
When the Krogan name a Thresher Maw, you know you're in trouble. Wild guess says that's Kalros.
If that's what we've been hearing down here, I suggest we get moving.
Thresher Maws are just like big, super giant monster worm things that like to come out of the ground and kill you. And Tachanka has a lot of them. Apparently one big one. Now this definitely screams Dragon Age. Just the look of it. And again, this is ruins from a civilization that destroyed themselves in nuclear war. They've been back here since.
More Rachni.
There are bound to be more than just the ones we killed. Rex, we've got Rachni here. Keep an eye out.
I know. A few of them just attacked us. All that matters is getting to that shroud. Find us fast.
Finally, light ahead. In my younger days, I would have loved to have spent time here studying these ruins.
Makes you wonder what the Krogan might have done if they hadn't blown up the planet.
Or if the Solarians hadn't interfered. They could have died off, or they could have like, you know, fought to get back to where they were and made it, and we're better for it. We don't know. That's why there's the Prime Directive.
You made it back outside.
Well, if you can see sunlight, that's progress.
And the color green. I thought plants were extinct around here.
You're looking at hope, all that's left of it on Tachanka. This is once a world full of beauty. Given a chance, it can be again.
Shepard, that Reaper is still up to no good at the Shroud. Find a way out of there and we'll pick you up.
We're on it.
Dealing with the Reaper when we get there will be another matter.
See, I love Mass Effect games for the story and the characters and the dialogue, but there's also the music and the voice acting. I love the voices they use in this game. The different, like, the decisions they made for different races. I mean, yeah, there's more stereotypical ones, like the Klingon deep voice, but the Krogan-sounding voices, the Turian ones. The Drell. Well, you might hear a Drell at some point. Thane is the Drell from 2. I love their voice. Why am I using an SMG? Okay. You need to be careful. These Ravagers are Reaper Arachni. The Reapers like to take species and like mess around with them a little bit to turn them into monsters. And they're like heavy sniper units in this game. Ow. Luckily, they're armor-based, which means my Incinerate does great damage to them. All right. Okay. Snipers are down. Now I can move in. Nope. Out of the goo. And I got the goo on me. Alright, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I am not a soldier or vanguard. Meaning up close person. I should not be this close. Being an engineer, I should be as far away as possible. That is why I have biotic powers. Like I said, crowd control.
Another quake.
That had to be Calros.
Stay sharp.
My I used to play an MMO called Neverwinter on Xbox. It was fun. Yeah. Unfortunately, those kind of ads, I can't stop. I don't think anyone can stop them, can they? Like those ads that play when you refresh or just go into a stream, I think they just play.
It isn't over yet.
Because I'm subbed to a few people that have the option that subs don't see ads, and I still see those. Anyway, see how easily I get distracted by stuff. Yeah, my first class I picked in Neverwinter. See, that's the thing. I don't play D&D. I never have. It's something I regret. I need to someday. I really do. I am definitely the giant nerd person that could play D&D and have fun with it. I just don't. I don't have. I never found anyone to play with. Luckily, thanks to today's technology, you can do it online. When I was younger, didn't really have that. So it was like either you find friends to meet up with, or you just don't play it.
Watch it, we've got one of the big ones.
Oh, brute.
Brought backup.
But the only thing I know about D&D is stuff from Neverwinter and stuff from games like Knights of the Republic that use a D&D system. And I did watch one D&D show. I watched the Rooster Teeth one, Heroes and Halfwits, when it was coming out. Kind of a mix of like comedy podcast and D&D. Hello. Okay. Oh, Liara. No. Ooh. And anyway, my first class in Neverwinter was a control wizard. So I got used to like crowd control, like freezing and stunning.
I think that's it for now.
Well, to be honest, Control Wizard was broken during the mod that I played first because they did way too much damage. I was out DPSing Hunters and Warlocks and Great Weapons Fighters. Then they nerfed the Control Wizard into the ground.
We're still in the ruins.
First, they lowered his damage. Then I respect. I can deal with that. I was all about control. I could freeze and stun stuff to death with enough abilities. And like better cooldowns. Then they nerfed control in the game, which made rangers and control wizards utterly useless. That was fun. Alright. You can only freeze something for like half a second. But then I had one of every class, which is cool because every time a new update came out, they made a new class better. They made an old class better, and usually another class that was considered overpowered worse. So I would just cycle between them. Got a paladin, a guardian fighter, cleric. I had a debuff cleric and a heal cleric. That's fun. I also played paladin and white mage in Final Fantasy XI, so I tend to gravitate towards like support
Rex,
heal.
You're right about Calros. She's on the move.
Yeah, we've got some ideas on that. What?
Not now, Rex. The commander has enough to worry about.
What's happening?
Some crazy idea we can talk about later. Just worry about getting out of there right now.
Sounds good, Rex. But the going back to Mass Effect, the story in Mass Effect 3 is so ridiculously large. Like the scale is so ridiculously large compared to 1 and 2, especially 1. I mean, 1, yes, they're trying to save the galaxy, but against like one thing, one threat. And then in Mass Effect 2, it's like you're trying to save humans. In this game, you're trying to save species. So it is it's definitely a... Uh-oh. It's definitely like an upgrade to that. Also, Shepard kind of became like an action hero from the 90s in Mass Effect 2 when he was rebuilt.
Shepard, looks like we got a bridge up ahead. Try to find it.
I like both. 1 is a more realistic thing where it's like one person on one mission, while 2 and 3 are just like ridiculous. Like he can do anything. But I like both. They're both fun. There's a reason why people loved action movies in the 90s. Yeah, I'd probably do a paladin. That it's like maybe like a mix between healing and defense, like tanking. Which is basically, well, if I remember correctly, when they introduced the paladin in Neverwinter on Xbox, it was a weird class. They messed with it several times to balance it out. You could heal, and you could also debuff and tank. For a while, it was like the premier tank. Then they kind of nerfed it a bit. Honestly, though, I'd probably want to pick a class to start with that has, like, no abilities, basically. Well, not abilities, but, like, magic. From what I've seen of magical characters, you have to kind of know what you're doing. There's so many spells to choose from, and the rules and stuff. I think I'll just be a guy that hits things with a big stick, maybe, or just a sword. It's a little easier to deal with. That'd be like a nice, I think that'd be like a nice beginner's way into it. I do like stats, though. Oh, both my teammates are dead. Oh, that's why. My issue, at least in video game form, was I tried playing the Great Weapons Fighter after it was super buffed. Oh, bugs. Bugs. The problem was, I'm not good at rotation. Which is really bad when you're playing an MMO. I'm bad at rotations because my brain and hands don't get along sometimes, and I hit the wrong buttons sometimes. And that'll really mess up your rotation. That's why you'll see me randomly do this when I meant to use fire.
Shepard, we're coming under the bridge. Get down here and we can get to the ship. Calros!
Rex!
Break off! We're getting out of here!
Yeah, like I said, this game is bigger in scale than 2 is.
Not gonna get us.
Giant space worm.
Go on ahead, Shepard. We'll try to shake this thing and find you.
Pressure mode getting closer.
Tell me something I don't know.
Metal in truck and...
I wonder where we
Oh,
are
well,
now.
I'll skip
This
that.
planet is one giant death trap.
And the thing is, I bet Rex is enjoying. Watch it, more ahead.
I see them.
I think when Rex says to Morden, tell me something I don't know, Morden says something like, the iron in the tanks they're in are a great source for the Thresher Maul. That's why maybe they're after it. Or she's after it. I love Morden. You know, to be honest, I didn't like Morden that much the first time. It's weird how sometimes in games, I won't like a character the first time. I don't know why. And then, all of a sudden, like, later, even years later, it's like, why did I not like this character before? Like Tally. That's a little different because I think Tally's a much better character in 2 and 3 than she was in 1. In 1, I almost forgot she existed. When she showed up at the beginning of 2, I was like, oh yeah, that's the person in the suit. But it's one of those situations where a sequel can make the one before it better. It's like retro. It just makes it like retro. Wow, I can't speak right now. It makes it better. I know there's a term for that, but it's escaping my brain at the second. And I'm out of bullets. Oh, yeah. Glad someone else does. And welcome, SGT Schlosser. I'm also bad at pronouncing things. And everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. But yeah, I'll play Overwatch a lot. Well, I don't play it as much as I used to, but because I'm bad at it. I still have fun with it, but I kind of hit a wall like a year or two ago. All my friends have gotten better, and I'm just kind of where I am. I'm like the Krillin of the group. You know, like, I might be improving slightly, but they're way ahead of me.
Alarmed yet entertained. Calros is quite persistent.
Reeve, stay close. Try faster. I can smell the damn things.
Nope. See, again, I literally, my brain literally said, use overload. And I hit incinerate. This is a bad spot. But yeah, like, it comes with the rotation stuff in Overwatch. I've played Overwatch since it came out. I still hit the wrong buttons. I will still hit the wrong button. You only have 3 abilities, and 2 of them are bumpers, and I get them all mixed up every time. Ah, that makes sense. Sergeant, and then Schlosser. Schlosser. Well, it's part of the thing when I started this, how do I put this? I used to have a YouTube channel years ago. I haven't uploaded in like 8 years.
We almost lost Calros. Get down from there and we'll find you.
And I never will. Again. But I thought about like making a new channel a couple of years ago. Probably about 4 years ago. And when I did, I made a Twitch channel with the same name. But I actually switched to completely streaming.
Reeve, keep an eye out for that maw. I don't want it sneaking up on us.
Make it quick, Rex.
Oh no.
We're exposed.
Reeve.
Move it.
Please, Reeve, don't die. You're, well... He's Reeve.
It's Calros.
Move, Shepard.
We're in. Go.
No, rip Reeve.
What about Reeve?
No way he survived that. And he was a pain in the ass anyway. Now let's finish this. There's a Reaper waiting for us.
He's the potential leader of the Krogan if Rex is dead, and he dies like that. It's just like, meh. Who cares? He's a jerk, though.
We don't have a plan for this.
I know we've beaten the odds before. But getting to that tower, I don't know.
We're curing the genophage no matter what it takes. Everything my people will ever be depends on it.
Then I hope this idea you were talking about is a good one.
It was hers, actually.
Calros. We summon her to the Reaper.
Would that even work?
Already discussed strategy. Just need to distract Reaper. Draw it from tower while Cure synthesized, released.
What makes you so sure she'll come?
Legends say she is the mother from which all other Thresher Maws spawn. This is as much her home as ours.
If Tuchanka has a temper, Calros is it. Nobody's ever faced her and survived.
And like I said, this game is such a bigger scale than 1 and 2. We're about to use a giant monster worm to fight a Reaper.
I've taken some risks in my time, but this seems crazy.
And going head-to-head with Sovereign didn't? This is the only way to get to that tower and release the cure. There's no other choice.
But how would we summon her?
The tower was built in an arena devoted to Kalros's glory. The Solarians thought she would scare away intruders.
Appears to have worked.
There are 2 Maw hammers there, the largest in existence. If you can activate them, Kalros will come. That should distract the Reaper.
Meanwhile, laboratory nearby. We'll finish synthesizing cure.
All right.
Let's make sure we all get out of here alive. We're gonna have one hell of a story to tell.
Wait! I want you to know that no matter what happens, you've been a champion to the Krogan people, a friend of Clan Erdnot, and a brother to me. To every Krogan born after this day, the name Shepard will mean hero! Now, let's show them why.
Oh, Rex, I'm glad I didn't gun you down on Vermeer.
Go! I've got this. I am Erdnot Rex, and this is my planet!
See you on the other side.
Stay alive, Shepard. We'll have cure ready.
Wait, what? Hold on. What is my stupid automod doing now? Why did it ban that? Oh! No, wait, why did it ban that? It said that line was sexual. How in any way is that? I'm trying to use my imagination here. Come on. Come back to me, game. There we go. Andromeda takes place in... Andromeda starts in between 1 and 2, I believe. Like, the stuff with Shepard and Saren happened already. The stuff with Sovereign happened. But I believe 2 hasn't happened yet. Obviously, Andromeda takes place 600 years after the series, give or take. But right in the beginning of Andromeda, when they leave the Milky Way galaxy, it's after 1. That's why it's heavily hinted that... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, I hit the A button once too many. We'll just ignore that. That's why it's a theory, anyway, that whoever the benefactor is in Andromeda knew the Reapers were coming. That it was a way to escape them. That they either knew about the Reapers before Shepard did, or at least they believed Shepard when he talked about them. Oh, yeah, the line above you. It's the, he literally just said, so they are going to cure the genophage of Mass Effect 3. So Emmy Andromeda left before the cure or between 2 and 3 then. And it literally, for some reason, was like, that's sexual. I'm blocking that. No idea why. That was probably the best time they could have left, because after the, well, maybe during the events of 2, but it especially had to happen before the end of, or before the beginning of 3. They wouldn't have had the resources to do it. Alright, enough of this. Sniper rifle time. That's why if they ever did... That's why if they ever did make a Mass Effect 4 in the same unit, like this, the Milky Way galaxy, I don't know how they would do it. How do you make a world that could have so many different outcomes? The Krogan, if the game takes place 200 years later, the Krogan could be extinct. Or at least... Is my incinerate invisible, by the way? Weird. The Krogan would be almost extinct because their losses from the Reapers. The Courtings and the Geth could be dead. Like, there's so many variables. I don't know how you would do it. A game in the same universe as this one would have to be a prequel or take place somehow in between somewhere. I would say maybe so far ahead in the future it doesn't matter. But like I said, it would still matter. There's certain choices that you would have to either figure out some convoluted way to do it, or just be like, you know what? This was the canon ending. Some games do that.
Shepard, I took care of those Rachni. But someone has to raise those maw hammers before you can use them.
Working on it.
We're kind of busy, Rex.
Lucky for you, I'm here. I'll handle it.
Some games just say screw it and say, you know what? There were multiple endings to our last game. This is the one that happened. Like the game that I'm playing after this, I'm not playing Andromeda right after this. I'm playing I'm gonna attempt an Iron Man hard playthrough of XCOM 2, just as a change of pace. And then Andromeda. I will probably not make it to the end, so it's not gonna last that long. It has been a couple of years since I played XCOM 2.
Shepard,
I'm really rusty.
Original strain in storage. Preparing the cure now.
I'm also gonna I'm not gonna save scum either. So if I take too many losses, I can't win.
To our left.
I wish they were. They might have to.
Everyone all right?
Fine here. Mostly.
If they bring back the Mass Effect series, they can't do Andromeda 2.
Can we just get shot by a Reaper?
I don't think they would make the mistake of doing an Andromeda 2. The name itself is just like it's a death sentence. It doesn't matter how good they say the game is.
You have to activate both of them. My advice is avoid the giant laser.
Oh, you know what? Eh. But if they did a Mass Effect game, they just I think the Andromeda world has potential.
Just keep moving.
But any game that's called Andromeda something, it's bad. It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna sell. They need to make a Mass Effect of some kind, and then maybe do Andromeda too.
I can't believe we're actually doing this.
Yep.
Don't stop.
Fighting a Reaper. They have said that they're not done with the series yet. But I mean, who knows?
Commander, this is Artemic Wing. We'll try to give that Reaper something else to shoot at.
Thank you, Turians.
They wouldn't give up.
Goddess be with them.
Go. Let's push ahead.
Over on our left, one of the hammers.
Second one's on the right.
Okay, probably not. Okay, all right. I remember this on insane difficulty. It's gonna be a bunch of brutes.
This is crazy.
I'm just gonna ignore that one. And ignore the 3 that just spawned in front of me. And he stepped on me like a bug. Harbinger was right. I am an insect. I feel like that was a little unfair. Just a little bit.
Second one's on the right.
Getting to them is another matter entirely.
Nope. Oh, he still got me.
This is crazy.
All right. I'm going to attempt to distract them. I'm going to throw out Blitzball. And they just don't care. All right. Whew. All right. Have fun eating, Heather. Hopefully eat something good. Is he going to step on me? Oh, aha! I knew it was coming that time. Must be a time thing.
Morton, we hit the first hammer. How's it coming?
All my teammates are dead.
Eve's vital signs dropping. Trying to compensate.
Oh, I ran right at him, didn't I? Yep, yes I did. Oh, Reaper just stepped on me.
Shepard, get that second hammer going.
There's a
Ow,
Reaper.
ow. Everything hurts. Life is... Okay, well... You see, here's the weird thing about... Here's something weird about... It's not even weird. It's just... Here's a little interesting fact about me. My hearing for voices is not good at all. Something about the frequency that most people speak at, I have a hard time hearing. I can hear sounds just fine, usually. But for some reason, human voices, I just can't hear that well. Same thing with games. And I put subtitles on all the time. And most of the time I play a BioWare type game, I'm reading the subtitles. Instead of... I'm listening to it, obviously. But I'm also reading the subtitles. So the funny thing is, by reading the subtitles in Andromeda, I wasn't looking at their faces most of the time. So the quote-unquote, like, bad animated faces didn't bother me. Because I wasn't looking at them. So in a way, my bad hearing to voices actually made the game a little better for me. Because I kind of ignored the faces.
Get back to the truck. I'll take care of the cure.
And the story's okay. It's different. I feel like I said, Mass Effect 2 and 3 made the first one better to me after the fact. I feel like Andromeda got screwed over because I feel like a 2 and a 3 would have made Andromeda 1 better after the fact. It might have tied some stuff up, made some things better. At least we have the books that all take place before the game. Oh, by the way, there's a giant space worm fighting a giant Reaper. Luckily, it's a destroyer because this worm would not be able to take on a full Reaper, probably. God, who am I rooting for? I guess I'm rooting for the giant bug. Well, worm. Arachnite are giant bugs. I gotta be honest, though. I'm not a bug person. Things with multiple legs kind of freak me out, and this thing has... Look at all the little legs on it. I don't like it. Alright. We're free to do what we want. Now, that Reaper probably isn't dead, but it's going to be stuck in there for a long time. Now, anyone who's played the game knows what part is coming up. Again, this is like a spoilers allowed thing, but...
Is the cure ready?
Yes, loaded for dispersal in 2 minutes. Procedure traumatic for Eve, but not lethal. Malin's research invaluable.
She's okay?
Headed to safety now. Her survival fortunate. Will stabilize new government should Rex get any ideas. Good match. Promising future for Krogan.
Damn!
Control room at top of Shroud Tower. Must take elevator up.
You're going up there?
Yes. Manual access required. Have to counteract STG sabotage. Ensure cure dispersed properly.
Morton, this whole thing is coming apart. There's got to be another way.
Remote bypass impossible. STG countermeasures in place. No time to adjust cure for temperature variance. No other option. Not coming back. Suggest you get clear. Explosion's likely to be problematic.
Morton, no!
Shepard, please. Need to do this. My project, my work, my cure. My responsibility. Would have liked to run tests on the seashells.
No. Okay, there's a kind of like a going theme in my chat last time we talked about this. Whenever, like, and I'm actually, my next emote is probably going to be based on this in some form. It's the fact that, like, the word seashells just means sadness. Like, it's just like, another streamer who I watch and she pops in sometimes. Literally, it's like, all you have to do is just type the word seashells in a sad face. And it's like, we know what it is.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
And this is why I feel like they did such a good job making these characters. In that the deaths in this game are brutal and sad. But otherwise, you wouldn't care. If they weren't good characters, you wouldn't care. It's like anything. TV show, movie. If you don't care about the character, an emotional scene is going to just fall flat. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, and good timing.
I studied species Turian, Asarian, Batarian.
Temperature now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
Aw, at least he goes out with a smile on his face. I mean, he went out saving a people, so...
My science studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of...
A scientist Solarian. Oh, and it's playing that Mass Effect 1 music. Well, it stayed up long enough to cure him.
A long time ago, my father betrayed me in this place. His own son. He tried to kill me, so I had to kill him. Right over there. That's what the Genophage reduced us to. Animals. But you changed that today, Shepard.
Now we'll fight for our children, not against them. It's just a pity Morden had to die.
It must have been such a surreal moment when all the Krogan are looking up at the sky and thinking, wow, 2,000 years of this genophage and now it's gone. And all because of a human and a Solarian. Yeah, he was my best Solarian friend. Honestly, well, no, there's Kiri. I was going to say my only Solarian friend. Kiri, he's my friend too.
He wouldn't have had it any other way. And I'm sure wherever he is, he's putting in a good word for us.
We'll name one of the kids after him. Maybe a girl.
But you, Commander, we can thank you in person.
Tell the Turians I'll be deploying troops to Palaven immediately. And when you're ready to kick the Reapers off Earth, you let me know. The Krogan are back in business.
Goodbye, Commander.
What will you do now?
Spread the hope you've given us. Even now, there are clans gathering in the Kelphic Valley. I'll go speak to them and make sure this gift isn't squandered. Thank you for all that you've done. And know that Erdnot Bakara calls you a friend.
Oh, she took Rex's clan name. Although maybe she always had it? I don't know. And we learned her name, Bakara.
Hell of a thing you just pulled off, Commander. Curing the Genophage? I never thought I'd see the day.
Rex has agreed to help the Turians, Admiral.
Hey, Hazel.
We should get their full support.
I take it that leaves the Solarians out of the equation.
The cost of their support was too high, sir.
Well, I'll defer to your judgment on that, Commander. Let's hope we don't need them. Hackett, out.
It's going good. Just had a super sad moment, though.
Erdnot Rex has begun sending troops to Palaven. You kept your end of the bargain, and now I'll keep mine. The Turian hierarchy will stand with humanity against the Reapers.
One of the teammates from Mass Effect 2 just died. You can prevent the death, but you have to go like super renegade to do it. The whole point is he dies to redeem himself and to save an entire race. So, but it's a sad moment.
I'm glad we can help each other out. It's the only way we're going to defeat the Reapers.
That much is certain. To that end, several dry dock ships are ready to help build the Crucible. Garrus will coordinate them.
Yes, sir.
And when the time comes to deploy it, the full measure of our fleet will be there for Earth. May the spirits watch over us all.
I'll start managing Turian support right away, Shepard. You must be exhausted. Morden dying, it can't be easy.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
We both know you need a clear head to win a war. There's no room for mistakes here. You should catch some shut-eye. I'll make sure Joker doesn't launch any suicide missions.
Oh, good. Had enough of those in 2.
Anything happens, you let me know.
Oh, am I gonna have another dream sequence? There's actually a mod to take out the dream sequences because they knew it was like, the first time through, okay, but it's kind of like how one of the most popular mods for Dragon Age is to take out the Fade, and one of the most popular mods for Knights of the Old Republic 1 is to take out Endar Spire or Terrace. I like Terrace though. Yeah, Hazel.
Get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here. You know it's the right choice, LT.
That's Ashley's voice, who died in Mass Effect 1. This place is super messed up if you've had multiple people die. Everyone who's dead shows up in your dreams as like a disembodied voice or a shadow. And if you're Renegade and lost a bunch of people in 2, it's just, it's everyone. There's just so many dead people in here.
Someone else might have
There's Morden. So far, it's just those two. Now, people use this as evidence for the indoctrination theory, like he's being indoctrinated slowly in his sleep. I don't know. I see it as just it's finally getting to him. Like I said, the scope of the games has just gone up and up every game. Now it's like on a galactic scale. It's getting to him. He's losing friends. Reapers are dying. Or Reapers are killing people. Like total societies are dying, I meant. When I say Reapers are dying, that'd be a good thing. Yeah, this is, as you can see, this is just Shepard chasing a little kid through the woods. It's a little weird.
Now go back and get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here. You know it's the right choice, LT.
I'll save you, kid. Come with me. And then just spontaneous combustion. No, Hazel. He's trying to save him. It's a kid who died on Earth. He got on an escape shuttle, but the shuttle got shot down.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Yeah, that moment. Now, as I said, when Morden died, in games or TV or movies or whatever, if a character dies, it means nothing if you have no connection to him at all. I've seen movies and TV shows where someone died and all the characters are sad. I'm just kind of like, okay. But then when you see something that's well written, it hits you. Like Morden dying, it's just like, oh. And there's another death later in this game that's arguably worse. And also, what also helps though is music. You don't know this kid at all, but it's a kid. When the kid is in the escape shuttle, like lifting off of Earth, it's like, oh, cool, he's getting away. And then he gets killed by a Reaper. Everyone dies in it. The shuttle just blows up. And Shepard sees it right in front of him. And the music that plays, it's called Leaving Earth. It's like a mostly piano theme. If you start hearing piano in this game, look out. Piano is just like the noise of death in this game. Yeah, I'm just remembering all the people I've lost.
Thinking of some friends who aren't around thanks to this war.
And Ashley.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Well, I miss Morden. Where's the option that I miss Morden? All right.
Ashley, back on Vermeer. She gave her life stopping Sovereign. I wonder what she'd make of fighting a whole fleet of Reapers.
If I had to guess, Ashley would call it target practice.
Yeah. Sounds like her. Didn't you have something for me?
The Solarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room?
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
Well, it's about time they listened to me about something.
Commander, there is something we should discuss, if you are finished rewriting history.
I made my decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well... I have concerns about humanity's representative, Counselor Udina. My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
That's why I punch him all the time.
If Adina's dirty, it's best we get to the bottom of it fast.
Agreed. Come to the Citadel. We will review the evidence and discuss this in private. Valorn out.
By the way, Hazel, Udina is the counselor who everyone hates because he's kind of a jerk. He's the one who's getting punched every time you see someone follow and my alert pops. That's him.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
What about the extra help we've picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Urdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear.
Well, see, the interesting thing is, there's different leaders in the Solarian world, I guess you could say. Like, there's the council member who has his own kind of thing. Then there's the Dalatrist. And then there's like the military kind of side, or like the Kirihi kind of side to things. Kirihi's on my side, by the way. He's a war asset. Look, I can ask about all of them.
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back-channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get her way.
Exactly.
What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya T'Lok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The blood pack will be useful. And violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Darner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation, but whatever you did...
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I did the right stuff. Like most, like 95%, 99% missions in this game, there are ways to do it in a Paragon manner. Oh yeah, I wondered that. When you said that last message, it had been like 40 seconds. But that's fine. And honestly, if there's ever anyone in chat that says something in the chat and you happen to have a delay for some reason or whatever, I'll be honest, you might occasionally hear something like, what do you mean by that? Or what is that in reference to? Because I have such a bad short-term memory sometimes. I might say something, and then if you put in something in the chat like 45 seconds later referencing it, I might not even remember what I said. That I remembered.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Surkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Just the ones who can threaten them.
That is a really cool thing to talk about. The Yogg are big brutes, but they're also fairly intelligent. They're more intelligent than you think they are. But they're not very advanced, so they would be left alone. Ooh, I can ask about everything else. Oh, well, the poor Batarians.
Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogan sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
I always wanted an Elcor teammate, or at least an L-Core on the ship. I always wanted one. Never got it. Well, here's hoping that Andromeda 2 or Mass Effect 4, whatever it's going to be, if it happens, we'll have one.
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
I still think it'd be like an interesting thing where, yes, where they are in space. It makes sense that during the Arrival DLC, the Reapers were coming from that side of the galaxy. Well, the universe, actually, outside the galaxy. So it makes sense they were the first ones hit. And it does suck that you're right. He's right. They have no allies. They've made themselves a pariah to everyone. So when the Reapers show up, who are they going to call? There's no one there.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth water, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
All right.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted.
And the messed up thing is, now I always make fun of the Batarians because no one likes them. They're the terrorists of the galaxy. No one likes them. But the thing is, the Batarians that you see in the Terminus system are the ones that aren't at the home systems anymore. And the ones that aren't home are because they got kicked out. They're mercenaries. They're pirates. They're terrorists. They're the people they don't want there because they're very military based. Like if you don't follow the rules, get out. So the messed up thing is, that means that when the Reapers attack the Batarian systems, all the Batarians that died were all the good ones. Like all the citizens, all the civilians that might not be like that are dead or reapified, you know? But then the ones that survived are the ones that are in the Terminus system, the ones that were away from their home system. So the only Batarians that are around anymore are the bad ones. Oh, no, it's fine. Again, like, spoilers are fine. I put the spoilers allowed tag on because I originally was going to play the Mass Effect games and not spoil stuff. Treat it like a new game. But when I stream to play games with friends. That's kind of the feel I'm going for here. And I don't want to do that and have to not talk about certain things. So it's like full spoiler. Unless you see spoilers not allowed as a tag, it's fine. If you don't see either, it means I probably forgot to add it or deleted itself somehow. Still fine. I will specifically put spoilers not allowed if they're not, and that'll be for a blind playthrough, which won't happen for a long time. My list of games I'm streaming, the first 10 are games I've played several times. And I don't think there is a canon ending. That's the problem. We don't have to know. Andromeda takes place technically after 3 once they get to Andromeda, but you never know what happened. So they didn't have to answer that question. Which is why it would be so difficult to make a 4th one. Ooh, I got new people. 5th Fleet. Krogan power grids are supplying energy to Purgatory, allowing the club to operate as usual, improving the morale of soldiers on shore leave. What a weird way to make my military strength go up. Krogan power grids to make the club better. I guess those Krogan know how to party. Oh, oof. Look at this. I gotta point this out. All the alien races, the secondary alien races, the non-council ones, 423. Human, 1,123. Crucible, 125. Ex-Cerberus, 50. Krogan, 830. Almost a very good portion of this alliance, of this group, are Krogan. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Krogan clans. Centuries of Krogan infighting abruptly halted when the news of a cure for the genophage. With their future restored, Tachanka's clans have united in a show of force not seen since the Rachni War. The clans have also been stockpiling weapons of mass destruction for decades. Thankfully, their full destructive force can now be turned on the Reapers instead of Tachanka. Their strength, size, and regenerative powers make the Krogan ideal shock troops. Yay. Clan Urdnot. Clan Urdnot has become the unofficial but uncontested representative body of Krogan power to the rest of the galaxy. Within the past decade, Urdnot warriors have been either absorbed or wiped out Clan Nakmor, Jordan, Quash, and even the legendary ferocious Clan Ryuk. I've actually never heard of that one. The discovery of a fertile Urdnot female rallied even more Krogan, regardless of affiliation, to Urdnot's banner. Ooh, Krogan mercenaries. Many Krogan went fortune-seeking out of the lawless Terminus systems. Their imposing bulk and infamous brutality won them prized positions as bodyguards and mercenaries. When news of a Genefage cure spread, these drifters were contacted by their clans and urged to join Shepard's forces against the Reapers. After centuries of aimless brawls and bleak futures, Krogan everywhere are heeding the call. They have something to fight for. Turians have a good bit of Turians, too. The Turian 43rd Marine Division was founded during the ancient unification wars that rocked Palaven over 2,000 years ago. The 43rd maintains relations with the other Council races, running joint training exercises with Asari, Solarian, and more recently, Alliance military forces. Knowing how their allies fight has become an asset, as the 43rd's troops have the discipline and experience to integrate into any army on any battlefield. The 7th Fleet. The 7th Fleet was assigned the privilege and burden of guarding the Crucible during the weapons construction and development. The fleet flies constant surveillance around the massive device, coordinating with Alliance security patrols and VI-run counterintelligence programs. The 7th Fleet knows what it would cost the galaxy if the Reapers breach their defenses. Every vessel's captain is prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice if it ensures the Crucible's safety. Now, I know I called the Krogan the Klingons of the galaxy, but there's one aspect of the Klingons that the Turians have, and that's more or less honor, like military honor. The Krogan really don't have that. Not really. The Turians do. Turian Blackwatch. I think I already read that one. Yeah, this is just like a Black Ops unit kind of thing. Turian Engineering Corps. In a society where the military is synonymous with the government, the Turian Engineering Corps is responsible for everything from maintaining sidewalks to creating spaceports. Their fame spread beyond Palaven after they helped repair the damage done to the Citadel by Sovereign in record time. TES engineers view the Crucible as the greatest challenge of their career, and have sped up the building's process with their expertise and equipment. Got a nice little team going on here. Now, I just did a main mission, so you know what time it is. Time to talk to people. Now, the Primarch. Now, this game kind of works like Dragon Age 2, where it has acts. And that act was the Krogan one. Because it's done, Rex is gone, Eve is gone, I made myself sad. I said Morden's gone. Oh, of course he's gone.
Bethany, you see the bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Nah. Rex and Garrus are like space brothers.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Ooh, an N7 mission, which is basically a multiplayer map with a mission.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see him in action. Commander?
I got any mail? Ooh, I do have mail. An ANN alert. New article on Reaper from Alliance News Network information partners. Pharos. Hey, I remember Pharos. A group of colonists on Pharos have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zeus Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with a level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. Now this is pretty cool. The colonies are using improvised weapons, as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. The colony is our home, colony spokesperson Lisbeth Bainham said. We've survived worse, and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. The thing is, they fight like a unit, because they can basically almost hear each other's thoughts. The Thorian that invaded their minds in Mass Effect 1 created kind of a link between them. So they're able to work off each other like second nature. It's like they know each other better than anybody. So it's really cool that not only if you save the colony, this happens, but I believe this is also a war asset. If I go back, it might have actually put one in there. Still fighting. Chiala. I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zeus Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian is dead now. I can confirm that. But the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we are still connected. This is not necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sombrin's voice in my mind when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall. But my connection to the people of Zeus Hulp is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. So, I think I commented on that Mass Effect 1. Letting her go was weird when she was in the service of Sovereign the whole time, but apparently this connection drowns it out. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight for the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us, how you spared me. We are leaving Pharaoh soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Woohoo! Impressive work from General Corinthus. When you first arrived on Monet, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of your best generals, our best generals, would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I am impressed. You've brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. That's nice. Oh, God. Rex sends me messages called Making Babies. God. Making babies again will be fun. As soon as this war is over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. I love Rex. Uh-oh. Regrettable who cares? It's just from the Dalatrus. She's losing power. I mean, the politicians are losing power with the Solarian, so I don't care what she says. Commander, I am deeply disappointed by your actions on Tachanka. As I thought I made clear, during the genophage will have long-term consequences. You mean like our survival? Consequences can be good. Once the Reaper threat has passed, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan, but at least we'll be alive. The Reapers will be dead. And even says, once it's passed, like that's optimistic. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. No. Morden's sacrifice and the support of the STG in the military and support from Rex and Eve, or Bakara, should ensure that they won't attack the Solarians? Maybe? I am ashamed to also learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day not only for my people, but for all galactic civilization. Get out of here. No one likes you. Yep, there it is. Zeus colonists. Alright. As I said, this is the very important part of the stream where I talk to people.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Ouch.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me! The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
No. Why do we keep having to talk about this?
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
Yeah, sad seashell. Speaking of new emote, that one's in the works. We're having a little bit of difficulty figuring that one out. Doesn't sound like it'd be hard, does it? But it just the feel of it, like the look of it. Plus, emotes are so small, you have to get the point across. And a few, like the earlier one looked good, but then when you saw it that small, it didn't look like a seashell. It was just like a blob with a sad face on it. Yeah, we're mourning our friend Morden.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good.
Oh, bike roll.
And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
And I meant to say this before, but now's a good time. You'll notice that if you listen carefully, some of these lines don't sound like they're naturally said one after the other. There's an obvious reason for that. Like when Hackett was talking about certain things, basically it's the game telling you what you've done. Like when I asked about Arya's mercenaries, he lists all 3. But if you only got 2 of them, he would have only listed 2 of them. Or like when they talked about like saving Malon's data, just stuff like that. Like it's hard to, I mean, I'm doing a bad job explaining this. It's the way the game tells you that what you did matters, and it's like you did this, but it also is put into the game in a way that's pretty natural to hear.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Let's hope our luck holds.
And then we don't lose more teammates. Okay, so everyone on this floor has been talked to, mostly because it's only those people. Garrus is up here. Joker. Oh wait, Edie. I didn't talk to Edie, but is she up here? I didn't notice if she was in her chair or not. Now, see, I have a long list of backlog games for streaming. I don't know what order I'm going to put them in yet, but I have a longer list of games I want to play personally. And Rune Factory 4 is on there. I own it, but I've barely played it. I kept hearing, like, I forget who it was, but someone kept telling me in an Xbox Live chat, it was just like, Rune Factory 4 is like my favorite game, you should try it. I played it a little bit, and I guess I just couldn't get into it, but it happens. It would not be the first time that I played a game for the first time, and was kind of like, meh. And then I played it a year or two later, and I loved it. It's weird how that works.
Commander, Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Really? Adams? Yeah. That's the one I have. I think I still... Hold on. Yep, there it is. It's on my shelf. Wait, there's a port? Shows you how much I know about that. Hey, it's Hammy DeVito. Weep. Alright. Time for some new armor. And... Oh. You know, did they make a port of Radiant Historia? I was always told that Radiant Historia was the closest thing we were going to get to a sequel to Chrono Trigger, more or less, like more time travel and less like different world travel. But it was on the DS, so it's kind of like, eh. But didn't they make a remake for that on something? Oh, but it's a 3DS. Why did they make it? Why did they remake a DS game on the 3DS? Kind of weird. Put it on the Switch. Put everything on the Switch. It's literally both now. It's a console and a portable system. Just release every Nintendo game ever made on the Switch. I'm happy with that. What do I have? I got the future Cyclops looking thing. I have a helmet that I hate. But at least you can see through this one. Okay, alright. This is my least favorite helmet of all time in Mass Effect. I hate this thing. There's something about it. I don't know. I just really don't like it. I mean, I'm still hoping for a remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy. A remaster of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. I mean, please? Okay. No, not armor sets. I'm going to stick with this. This is the thing I like to put on. But, ooh, I'm all commando with this. Actually, question for anyone who owns a PS4. I do, but I hardly ever use it. Did they ever finally add all the old PlayStation and PSP games to the library? It's on PS3, but not PS4 last time I checked. Like I have, now obviously the Final Fantasies have been re-released on Xbox. I have those. That's fine. Or Steam or whatever, Switch. But I mean like Chrono Cross. I would love a remaster of Chrono Cross, by the way. But if they don't, Chrono Cross is on PSP, technically. And then it's on PS3's library. Oh, come on. That is the only reason why I have my PS3 still hooked up to my dead TV now. But I have it hooked up because it has all those old games like Original Tactics. I love War of the Lion. But War of the Lion does not run great on PSP. Sometimes I like playing the Original Tactics more. Speaking of which, Square, please. I don't even care if you remaster it. Do nothing to it, except one thing. Come out with War of the Lion for console and have it have some fixes. Fix the frame rate issue and, make it and make the music more high quality. Basically, I want the PlayStation version with the addition of all the extra stuff in War of the Lion. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'd be happy with that. A mix of the two. And maybe someday I will actually try Tactics Advanced again, but I just couldn't get into them. It's not the same. Well, hey, I've heard that Tactics on mobile actually isn't that bad. But I've been told that you need a tablet. Tactics on a tablet, I've heard, is really nice. I don't have a tablet. I have a phone. And it's not, not the biggest of screens, so. All right. I only have 3 still. What pants do I want? I'm thinking old school pants. But they re-released Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 10-2 multiple times. 12 multiple times. When I say multiple times, I mean like different time periods. Like 10, the remake of 10 came out on PS3 and then Vita and then 4 and then Steam. Please, can I just have Tactics? Just give me that. I'm thinking like a gray color today. Maybe a gray and a blue. Gray and blue. That's a little too blue. Maybe like a duller blue. Yeah, that looks good. And my lights... Wait. Honestly, I'll just, well, yeah, blue's fine. You know, I don't know where my PS2 is. I had a PS2 Slim that I modded, and by modded I mean I took it apart and put 2 pieces of tape in it and then put it back together. That's literally all you have to do to play burnt discs and Japanese games was 2 pieces of tape. That's all you need to do. And I think I loaned it to someone and never got it back. Okay, now I knew that. The PS2 to PS4 thing. But here's a question for you. If you still own the game on a PS2 disc, can you insert it and download it for free? Because that's what Xbox does. With Xbox, if you still own the original Xbox games and you pop the Xbox disc in, you download a digital version of it for free. You don't have to pay for it again. I have my original Knights of the Old Republic disc, so I didn't have to spend $10 on the game digitally. It downloads it and it's free. I don't even think you need the disc in after that. It's basically like, hey, you know what? You paid for it like 15 years ago. Just have a free digital copy. I'm betting it's going to be a no to that. Honestly, PS2 was just a GTA and RPG machine for me.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Yeah, that thing might not be dead. Leave it alone.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known. The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better.
Well, remember, Liara, in a way, you're 1/4 Krogan.
Feel free to look around.
I know that's probably been disproven in the lore of the game, where if an Asari father was Krogan, they're not more susceptible. Like they're not like more. Wow, hold on, my brain forgot a word again. Hold on, I'll think of it in a second. I lost it. It's weird how my brain can just delete a word for a couple hours and it comes back later. They're more I guess I'll just say likely. More likely to be like aggressive than someone else. Oh yeah, the Thresher Maw, the mother of all Thresher Maws on Tachanka, killed the Destroyer Reaper.
A new notification is available on the private messages terminal.
Since I'm not streaming tomorrow, I normally do stream on Wednesdays, but I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna go for a while, at least till 12. I'm going an extra hour, maybe even a little longer, to kind of make up a little bit for not streaming tomorrow. And of course, I'll still be streaming Friday and Saturday. Ooh, Saturday is going to be another one of those games I grew up playing streams. That'll be fun. Edie's down here? And I need to remember, I am starting a Saturday stream with the first Shinobi game on Game Gear. That was pulled randomly from the list, but it was too long because I only had like a half an hour left to stream. And I want to beat it. I feel like out of all the games I've played so far on the list, Shinobi 2 on Game Gear surprised me the most for how well it aged. It was still fun. Ooh, I got warp ammo. I think I already had that. As soon as I get energy drain, I'm taking it. I need Tally, though. Tally! I can't wait to get Tally back on the team.
Just reviewing some reports.
Also, we can finally see the mod that I put in, where it makes her face more visible inside the mask, and it replaces the stupid picture. Oh, okay. Hopefully I'll still be streaming when you get back. And by the way, thank you for the follow. It's always nice to meet new people, talk about Mass Effect stuff with. Oh yeah, Edie. Sorry, Edie, I forgot about you. Why are you just standing in here?
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Hello, Shepard.
Yeah, Giant Reaper, like... Actually, are they called Sovereign class or Harbinger class? They're Sovereign class, aren't we? I think we dubbed them after... Like, the humans call them that after the fact that Sovereign was the first one we met. I'm pretty sure it's Sovereign class. They're huge. They're big boys. Silver, I have Googled that a million times. And you know what always comes up? No Man's Sky for some reason. I would not say that's like Mass Effect. It's a space game, so they're like, No Man's Sky. Dragon Age. The very first thing I'm ever going to recommend to someone who's played Mass Effect and nothing else in BioWare's library is Dragon Age. And after Dragon Age, I mean, Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic is like the ancestor of Mass Effect. And it's Star Wars, so it's fun. It's back when Star Wars stories were good. Well, great.
Not sure what to think about that little mech dog roaming the ship.
You mean Sophie? I think she's cute.
What purpose does she serve?
I guess I have a soft spot for worthless dogs. Look how long I've been with you.
Let me just hit my air horn on the on the soundboard. Damn.
You should go see Adams, Commander.
Adams would like to speak to you.
Oh, would you know?
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway.
But we want every advantage we can get, right?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. It's a pipe. I have to buy a pipe to save your lives? Okay.
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Like, nope. Pipe's too expensive. Can't get it. Yeah, that's a good point, though. If you're in that situation, you're probably all dead anyway. But hey.
Shepard.
My board is green.
Oh, gosh, and she called the dog Sophie. I forget who mentioned that. I think Jay mentioned that. That I have a reward point thing that lets you name the dog in the hangar bay. But he was like, oh, he already has a name. Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Wait. I haven't talked to everyone yet. What am I doing? I talked to them. Oh, good. Allers is still on the ship. I was hoping she got lost and fell out or something.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid.
Beckenstein, isn't it the planet that Kasumi's mission is on?
Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
Isn't it funny that I forget a lot of stuff and don't know a lot of things? Like, I'll play games where it's like I don't know names at all. Yeah, I remember stuff like that. Like, I heard the name Beckenstein, and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it the planet that... Why do I remember this? I just remember data that's just not going to be of use except when I'm playing Mass Effect. Although I guess they could be true for any video game, except for educational games, I guess. When was the last time a game was built solely for the purpose of education? What do you think? PlayStation, maybe? Like back in that time?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
Well, why not? I mean, an embassy isn't a big deal. Now, if Rex had said, like, I want to be on that... Oh, that was a terrible Krogan... Sorry, my throat has been a little, sore. So, if I try to do, like, a gruff voice, it comes out really bad. If he said, like, I want to be on the council, that's one thing. But he literally just wants a room. It's all he wants.
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval. Commander, do we need to talk, Commander?
No. The less I see of you, the better. Got her. All right, Javik. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Oh, that's all my water. Oh no, that means I have to get up and get more later. Oh no. Javik. Oh, an actual conversation with him.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Miranda.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Oh, Thane.
Thane.
And the Krogan we met, who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished. The weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
All right, Javik, hear me out. Hear me out. You sound a little Sith there. You know, the weak don't deserve to live. If you help the weak, you can make them stronger, and then you have more allies. Huh? Didn't that sound nice, Javik?
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos. The natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
Well, if that's the case, we're all doomed. Because compared to the Reapers, we're all weak. Huh. Well, am I a Jedi or a Sith? I'm in the middle.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. I'm sure there were plenty of Protheans that were a lot nicer than you, Javik.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand.
Plenty more.
In the meantime, yes, a difficult fight remains.
What was that? What's happening?
Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
It was stuff overlapping. Why did I say plenty more when he said don't use sterility plagues, destroy them, and I said plenty more for some reason. Huh.
Do not care what others think. Do what you must. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
Good advice. I guess that means I'll ignore what Javik says. Okay, that's everything in here. And soon, Tally's going to be in that room. Yay! It's dog.
Stay.
Look at it. I love its little movement. I wish I could play fetch with it. It'd be fun.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right? Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it.
Well, remember though, like there's a lot of Tally mods, all right? I'm sure there's one that takes her helmet off. But the one that I did was one of the more popular ones. But it makes her face look more detailed behind the mask, and it replaces the picture with now the thing is, I haven't seen it myself. Here's the thing. I know what she looks like with the mask on from a picture of the mod. I did not look in the mod files and the pictures that come with it. I do not know what the picture looks like that was replaced. I have no idea what it looks like. Supposedly, it said that it's a picture of her face that looks like it matches the detail of her face behind the mask. Like it's what it would look like, basically. So I'm hoping it's good. All right, there you are. Always working on that ship, aren't you?
Shuttle's primed for the next drop. Shuttle's primed for the next drop.
All right, I think I'm good. Now, before I go back to the Citadel, I'm going to take a look and see what areas have unlocked. Well, first I'll look at this real quick. I need to buy a thermal pipe on the Citadel. There is an N7 mission on Novaria. The priority is the Citadel. Now this stuff I don't remember where to get. Now this one I actually found. I don't think I can turn this in until after the Citadel's attacked by Cerberus. Because then the person's like, oh cool, we can get rid of the turrets now. That is DLC. Don't remember. I need to unlock the system where Irune is to find that. See, this one says search the Ismar frontier, which I did and found nothing. Maybe it unlocks later. And DLC. Anything in here? Nope. All right. Time to venture out into the galaxy. Doop 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 beep 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 boop 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 beep beep. Okay. So we have the N7 mission. Cool. Now, Attic and Beta. Okay, my Sigma. Let's go to Attic and Beta first. Why not? Nothing's timed. I don't think. All right. How many systems are in here? Only 2. Cool. Planet Elitania. Elitania appears to be a world eminently suited for colonization. It is covered by a verdant carpet of mosses and algae and lichen, and possesses a thick oxygenated atmosphere. However, its animal kingdom is a web of microscopic symbiotic creatures that are both impossible to filter from the air and necessary for the native life to thrive. Unfortunately, they cause anaphylactic shock if inhaled by non-native life forms. Settlement by non-native species would require either fully sealed environment suits or replacement of the entire planet's ecosystem. Limited colonization has been proposed for altitudes above the organism's range or in areas where favorable winds keep the air clean. This would also be good for the Quarians. They always wear suits. And no, I have not. There is proof of that. I have not been caught yet. If I beat the game, Jay's going to give out 5 subs. Actually, I was going to amend that deal a bit on my side, not his. His is, if I don't get caught ever in the entire playthrough, he'll give 5 subs. Mine was, if I get caught, I'll gift 1. But I'll do that per stream. So, like, every stream, if I get caught once, I'll get, not more than once. I don't want to get caught like 3 times, but if I get caught this stream, I'll gift a sub. If I get caught next stream, I'll gift a sub, and I'll just keep going like that. His is just 5 total. Zatharon. God, what a sci-fi sounding name. Zatharon is a small rock planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of boron. Sounds boron. Dad joke. I might as well do jokes matching my dad bod. My dad keto bod. Syeded. The proximity of the energetic star Hercules causes constant blue and violet auroras in the planet's nitrogen-argon atmosphere. During periods of increased solar flares, the auroras are bright enough to read by on the surface. And can be seen with off-the-chart optics from a distance of several AU. Scan. Nothing. How about Zataurus? Is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with high level decks of sulfur clouds. A layer of hydrocarbons has formed deeper in the atmosphere. Vast electrical storms fronts can be seen flickering across the dark side. Come on!
I found something.
Yay! I don't think I need fuel right now, so. Uh-oh. It's the Reapers. Whee!
Evasion successful.
That might be the only thing there. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to grab the fuel when I get back, and then it'll say like 50 or 100% probably, and then I'll be done. Theseus, Perseus, all the S's. I like Hercules is one of my favorite Disney movies. I feel like that's a weird one to have. People usually say, who grew up in the 90s, usually say Aladdin King. I just said Aladdin King, didn't I? What is with my brain and combining things? Aladdin or Lion King, not Aladdin King.
Signal confirmed.
So my brain tries to shorthand words. Hey, it's Pharos. The Exogeny Corporation has founded a pilot colony on Pharos to explore the Prothean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is fouled with dust. Terrestrial travel is hampered by crumpled debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Pharos was a much colder world in the past. Pharos has 2 large moons, Orkin the father and Bardet. And what am I going to find on Pharos? I already have the people as an asset. What else is there? Oh, scientists. Okay. Yeah, it's just, personally, I think it's a weird one to say, though. Like, whenever I think of my favorites, that's in there. So is Emperor's New Groove. Which, again, I did not see Emperor's New Groove until much later in my life. I feel like I missed out on that one.
Reapers eluded.
Like, M's channel has a llama as the mascot. You don't know how many times I've like when I've seen those emotes or done something or talk like message on Discord, I say the phrase llama face. Uh-oh. 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 Bleep. Llama face. All right. Okay. You distracted me, llama face.
Faster than light jump successful.
Nobody saw that, right? All good? Nope, nobody saw it. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't count. Do over. Oh, 50%. All right, fine. Hey, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm going to gift a sub. But, no one tell Jay. I will, this video will mysteriously disappear after it's done.
Reapers,
and no one will tell. I really thought I wasn't going to get caught. There's a lot of leeway to getting caught. I played this game a lot, all right?
Faster than light jump.
There's a little bit of leeway. Like, watch this. Watch. I've already been caught once. It doesn't matter. But if you do this, and then move. See, look at that. There's leeway. Why didn't I get it?
Evasion successful.
I know I was playing a dangerous game, but still. I didn't think that would get me. Gonna have to break the news to Jay. Interferometric array. I have no idea what that is. So I basically just found some assets.
Faster than light jump successful.
I don't think I found anything for a mission. Oh, whatever. I'm fine. Remember, Shepard has the ability to rewind time. I'm all good. Just like my, just like the XCOM commander. That's the reason why he's such a good commander. He can rewind time. You know what? Let's go fight some Cerberus. Stupid Reapers. Stupid Reapers. Just remind me, I'll gift a sub at the end of the stream. Stupid Reapers. Curse you, Llama Face. Oh, now Llama Face is ever linked to that moment. Llama Face is linked to getting caught by the Reapers and failing. All right. Ruined my childhood. Well, as I said, I didn't grow up on that movie. I watched it way later. All right, who am I taking with me? Silver, who do the machine overlords tell you to tell me to take? That was weird to say. Surprised I didn't say it wrong. Keep in mind, I just used Garrus and Liara, so I can't use them. So you have the options of Edie, Javik, and James. Well, that's a bummer. Oh well. I never set up the randomizer with team names. I think we only have like 2 team names. We have the Brains and the Bronze. Like right here. We have Team OG with Garrus and Liara. That's about all I have. I mean, I have Team Tech, which is a lame name, but it works for those 2. Well, actually, Team Tech is going to be Edie and Tally. I don't know why. This was Team Tech by default. Edie and Javik? Oh, what a team. Javik hates AI. All right, well, you know what? What's a team name for him? You're much better at it than I am. All right. Let's use some new weapons, shall we? I got a new weapon, and it's a shotgun, the thing I don't use. Cool. Oh, yeah, it's that. No shotgun for me. At least not... Well, I did just get the increased carry capacity. Why not? They all suck, though. They're such low level. You know what? I'm going to use the Eviscerator because it's lightweight. And I'm going to give it some damage and some accuracy. And I can either use an SMG or a pistol. I think I need a pistol. SMG is more close range. And once again, my only choice is the Eagle. I really need to find the Carnifex. I really do. Look at that. 162 recharge rate with a shotgun and a pistol. That's not bad. Alright, like I said. Team machine over... Yeah, but Javik's not a machine overlord. He actually is the opposite. He hates machines. Team Prothean overlord. Actually, it's kind of a good mix of both of them. Prothean and overlord. Anyway, like I'm going to give people weapons that work for them, right? I do randomized, which means Javik is now going to have his old particle rifle. He knows how to use it. I'm going to give it damage because it's the one thing that matters. But what pistol would I give a Prothean? I only have 4. This seems like a weird alien weapon to give him. Why not? I have 7 pistol mods. Damn. Damage is going to matter for AI, and so is this thing. Okay. Edie is a robot. Shocking, I know. I don't know why I said that. What a weird thing to say. Like, Edie's a robot. The cow says moo. I'm gonna give her the Predator. It's like a standard Alliance weapon, but I'm also gonna give her the SMG, the Geth SMG. I think it's perfect for her. It's an AI weapon. And sure. I don't actually know if weight affects my teammates' cooldown or not. I don't remember. All right. Looks good. I'm saving up for the last thing in tech. Edie. What's this give me? Ooh, this will up my own stuff by 10%. Yes. Hey, Jay. You might hear some lies. Some fake news in the chat. Don't believe it. All right, moving on. Dark channel. Okay, movement speed is great because I can hit things better. Weapon damage or power damage? Power damage. I mean, if no one's gonna say it, I'm not. So everything's fine. Everything's cool.
A strategic advantage in this sector thanks to the fighter squadron facility you're about to attack. We want to seize it, but their air defenses are too strong for a frontal assault. Losses would be too cost prohibitive.
How do you want me to handle this?
Go in the back, bring down their defenses so we can send in the troops. Good luck, Commander.
I have visual contact. There's a small platform above the main landing pad. I can drop you there, but it's got to be now.
Let's do it.
Yes, the lies of cheese. Oh, I know this map. I know both of them. This map used to be different. I actually don't know if... Did they update this map in the single-player version? The multiplayer version got updated because it was broken. There was a place you could hide that made the game pretty much just easy. And they updated it because to make it not as easy. Like this door was open right here, and there was another room they added another door to. No one did. Udina did. Udina got caught by the Reapers and he's dead now. They're slapping him constantly. Oh, what the? Javik. Oh. Nope. Nope. No. Not gonna die from you. I told you fake. Hey, I told you fake. No, he doesn't have proof. No one clipped it. There's no proof. Aha. No proof. Oh yeah, bullets. No one has bullets. Cool. No bullets. There are so many enemies. Oh, you know I can delete those, right? As soon as I'm done, I can delete it. I can delete all of the evidence. Forgot the word evidence. What is wrong with me? Why do I just forget words? Uh-oh. Well, this could be going better. I'm out in the open. Don't like it. Good roll. Shotgun might not be... Oh, come on! Shotgun might not be my thing, but I like it. Oh, I can't use abilities. Alright. Okay. Alright. I'm looking at the time. Now, I don't have a stopwatch or anything, and my phone's busy, but I started at this at pretty much exactly 2:18. So at 2:28, I can use abilities. And you had to do it on a mission where I have a shotgun. Alright. The next 9.5 minutes, give or take, I can't use abilities. Hooray. And if I use abilities, it'll add a minute to it. How about that? What are you going to do? What are you doing? Where are... Okay, they're all over here. You know what? We'll say it does. It's an ability. Anything that's in here I can't use. Which is funny because I think I turned teammates... Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I have to turn abilities off. No. What? Options. I have to turn abilities off. My teammates also cannot use abilities. They can't use them themselves. I can't tell them to use it. I've been thinking about doing that to begin with because for whatever reason, in Mass Effect 3, teammates hardly ever use abilities. Whenever I go to their abilities, they're always available. Wait, I thought Jay was the only shareholder. Well, he's the primary shareholder. Alright. No, I literally almost used an ability. The funny thing is, at the beginning of playing the series, I wasn't using abilities at all because I'm not used to having them. And then all of a sudden I'm used to having them now, and now I can't use them. It's fine, I'm only fighting Cerberus, it's fine. It's too bad I don't have my bullets on, though. I wouldn't have to turn off that ability if it just happened to stay on the gun the whole time. Yeah. Well, great. Come on. Come on. Oh, there are two of them. Uh-oh. I win! I almost used an ability again. Do your worst. Do your worst. I still have teammates. They have guns. Except, technically, I think I also said that you can choose a loadout of my teammates as well. What hell? No. It's going to be 3 people with executioner pistols. Oh boy. If it was an N7 mission like this, it wouldn't be so bad. But if it was like an actual story mission, that'd be terrible. Schematics, eh?
You're not in this fight alone.
Yay! Subscription. We fight the Reapers. But thank you for subscribing. So, oh, that's right. You extended it through April. I thought weren't you already through March? But yay! No. You need come on. You need at least one weapon. The game's not going to let me go into a fight with nothing. I think. Yeah, okay, well, I'm pretty sure. And where is the schematic? That there? What? High on the wall. High on the wall? They have schematics on the roof? What am I doing? Oh, there it is. What a weird place to put that.
guess it's cold enough here.
All right, that's for the Solarian on the Citadel. Was he on the Citadel?
I hope that
I think he was on the
the
Citadel.
last of them.
Looks like we found the control center.
Where am I going? Tell me where to go, game. There we go.
Damn it. This'll take a while.
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses down ASAP.
Gee, who am I going to assign to work on the computer? The alien who doesn't know what they're doing, or the very smart computer person? Javik, you do it.
Javik, take the controls.
Save some of them for me.
Be ready, Commander. You're gonna get swarmed. Commander, I've been...
God, he's probably still working on how our alphabet is. Although he can, well,
Get out of there.
I guess it does make sense because he can get that information from my brain by touching me, so. Alright, well, no more abilities for,
Just bring down their defenses.
5 more
We'll
minutes.
worry about that later.
Nope, nope, stop that. You stop that. Stop it. Stop cheating. Alright. Okay, well, alright. Well, okay, well. See, I get a little aggressive, and look what happens.
Flush from cover. Retreating to minimum safe distance.
No
There's
problem, Cortez. Get out of there.
okay, shield's gone.
Relay to the strike force.
Warning. Security breach.
Edie. No.
This machine just cut all communications.
Just bring down their defenses. We'll worry about that later.
I like how Javik is just he's a technology hater. Makes sense since his species is all about like evolution rather than technology. And then they built their technology. It's weird. They built their technology based on their evolutionary like gifts, like being able to like touch and feel things. Ow! Ow! Javik, help me! Javik, help me! Put down the computer and help me. You can step away for a second.
No problem, Cortez. Get out of there.
We'll wait for your all clear, then relay to the strike force.
Warning. Security breach.
I mean, take out a gun and shoot it blind. Anything helps.
This machine just cut all communications.
Just bring down their defenses. We'll worry about that later.
Come on. What a grenade throw. That's like me throwing something. Alright, I cannot let these guys get close to me. It's like the number one rule of being an engineer. Well, number one rule of being an engineer is use abilities. Can't do that, so rule number 2. Don't let anyone get close to you. It's a lonely existence. Alright, come on, guys. I don't want to be aggressive, but I kind of have to get them to come to me. Woo, look at that aiming. At least half those bullets hit him. And roll.
System deactivation prioritized. Awaiting shutdown command.
Commander, shutdown requires a synchronized command.
Oh.
Defense system deactivated. General Order 7/7 triggered. Establish contingency defenses.
Commander, the enemy is deploying to the landing pad.
Then that's where we need to go.
Wait, you touch and feel things? I don't know. You're not human. Ah, come on. I hate grenades. I hate them. If it was not for the grenades and sanity, like, I don't know. It does add difficulty because I have to move out of cover, which gets me killed most of the time. Alright, I'm going around. My Shepard doesn't want to feel anymore. He felt for Morden. Look what happened. Oh, come on. Stop. Uh-oh. Woo. I can't use abilities for another 30 seconds. Come on, abilities, come back to me. Stop updating. It's like whenever on the rare occasion I bought a new PS4 game and had to update for half an hour. The PS3 was more guilty than anything, wasn't it? I remember the PS3 updating like once every week. Remember I had a shotgun? I don't know, I shouldn't have brought the shotgun to this. I need to remember not to bring the shotgun to Cerberus fighting. The turrets and the shield guys. I can use abilities again! I have 2 choices? Oh. That's good. Weekly processing report. Sergeant Parker. All on-base personnel have been processed. Integration protocols updated successfully. Well. Alright. What's the second option? I mean... You know what's funny? When I said no one clipped it and there's no evidence, I'm extremely surprised someone didn't just go clip it. I've done it before. I've joined a stream like an hour late and someone was like, oh yeah, this thing happened, so I went back and clipped it. It's doable. Actually, how did I do it? I don't remember now. Because you can only go back so far when you hit the clip button. I don't remember now. I think you actually have to like open it up, because when someone's streaming, you can actually access the video that's been going sometimes. It depends on the settings. I've done that before. Someone was streaming and I was able to like access the video up to that point and then watch the first part. Alright, fine. I was busy talking about Llama Face, and the Reaper cheated and caught me. It cheated because I literally proved right after that you can get touched by a Reaper for like a good 2 seconds and then get away. They saw me do that, and for some reason, when the first time it happened, I was caught immediately. I wasn't being like ballsy with it. I was just like, I'll be fine. Alright, 1 enemy left, and he's sounds like he's dying. Oh, okay, alright, well, I'm on a grenade. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Okay, not dead. Okay, woo. It was about, 20 to 30. Hell, if no one clips it, I will. I'll just do it later.
Cortez, I read you. Come in.
There you are, Commander. How'd you get through the interference? Area clear. Signaling the strike force. Wait. Scan's picking up something coming your way. Proximity alert. Deploying armed response. Unload!
Give it everything you've got.
Oh! He almost landed right on top of me. I wonder if that would have killed me. Woo! Haha, I'm using the ultimate strat. It's actually working. Why is this working? Because Cerberus is not very bright. Ow! Why is he shooting me all of a sudden? I think he's punching someone. What's he doing? Oh, he's punching Javik. I'll use the shotgun. Why not? I have it. Might as well use it. Yay!
Now the deck is clear, Shepard.
Anyone wounded?
That shouldn't matter.
I wanted him to duck for that reason. Hold on.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
I wanted to do... Oh, it's going to make both of them do it.
This was a major victory, Commander. A crippling blow to Cerberus operations in this sector. Now all we have to do is maintain control of the facility.
Cerberus won't make that easy.
And we won't make it easy on them. Thanks to you, we can use their own defenses against them. Tell your team they did good, Commander. You should be proud.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Hack it out.
Woohoo! Now I have to make a Team Llama face, right? It's gotta be a thing now. But who do I use? Who would be... Oh, who's fitting for Team Llama face? No one. Caden is definitely on Team Llama face. But who else? Who else kind of fits that? Ooh, new stuff. Zeus Hope colonists. The Asari Shiala was rescued by Commander Shepard from the Thurian on Zeus Hope. Now she leads a militia of Zeus Hope colonists waging a surprisingly effective campaign against encroaching Reapers. Shiala suspects the group's prior connection to the Thurian gives their soldiers an uncanny ability to sense one another, allowing them to think and act as one in battle. The long-term consequences of this connection are unknown, but for now at least, its effects are helping the cause. The interferometric... Oh, we can actually see what this does. Cool. Normally, interferometric arrays are used to analyze planetary landmasses, or to determine the astrophysical properties of stellar systems. The powerful array salvaged from the Hercules system can be used for something much more ambitious. The Crucible tunes into the mass relay's command switches. Installing the interferometric array into the Crucible systems results in a real-time map of the entire galaxy, including the position of each and every Reaper. This is broken. This is like we know where all Reapers are now? Okay. How is that only 45 points? Exogeny scientists. The Exogeny Corporation helped fund colonies all over the galaxy. In exchange for a share of any natural resources found by settlers, Zeus Hope was one of their richest claims. The colonists were obligated to turn over any Prothean discoveries in the ancient ruins on Pharos. A team of Exogeny scientists studying the few scraps of Prothean materials found around Zeus Hope have become experts in their own right, contributing their knowledge to the Crucible project. Nay. It's definitely Caden and somebody, right, though? Like, I don't know who, but maybe Tally? Caden and Tally could be Llama face. It'll be a while before I get to use them, but hey. Advanced Fighter Squadron, we're 75. A squadron of advanced fighter ships was liberated from Cerberus forces in Novaria. Fast, agile, and remarkably fuel efficient. Oh, they're like flying Priuses. The hybrids, yeah. These one-person spacecrafts pack surprisingly heavy fighter power for their size, after the Alliance installed their own VI programs and swept for hidden bugs or transmission signals. They repainted the fighters and pressed them into service. I'm so glad we had time to repaint them. Ghost of Vash, but no, she's not playable. She's only in one scene in the game. So I like how we had time to repaint them before putting them into service. It makes sense, though. They get shot down otherwise. I got more Krogan. Where did I get 5 points for the Krogan? Commander Shepard's interview with Diana Allers about bringing the Krogan into the Reaper War cast the Krogan in a favorable light, which drew even more of the clans to the Allied Forces banner. Yeah! Allers got me 5 more points. That's why I keep her around. Now, a mission like that, I probably don't have to talk to anyone.
Cerberus seemed popular for a while. They were fighting the Collectors while the Council sat and watched.
And now they're killing civilians and attacking our allies.
I don't see anything. Links aren't allowed.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
If I was really a jerk about it, I would go to Nightbot and put back on the no links in chat for anybody. And just delete it. But no, I got caught. Hope lives. News to me. Erdnut Bakara. I almost said Baraka. From Erdnut Baraka. I'm writing you from the Kelphic Valley. Wait, I already read this. No, I'm not. Am I? No, I didn't. Okay. On Tachanka, I wish you were here to see this. I'm watching Krogan pour in from across our entire planet. So many of them I've lost count. They've all heard the news. We are finally free. The age of suffering is over. The age of war begins, I guess. We are finally free. Okay. We never again will Krogan be afraid to give birth. Never again will they fear the pain and heartache it might bring. While I don't know what fate ultimately has in store for my people, I can promise you your decision to believe in us will not be in vain. We will fight the Reapers for more than glory. We will fight them because we know there is a future for us after victory. The rest of my life will be devoted to traveling to Tachanka and spreading around aloud the words no Krogan has heard for nearly 2,000 years. There is reason to hope. This I owe to you, Commander. This I will never forget. Yay! Now, again, I don't think I have to talk to anyone because that was an N7 mission, but Garrus is back where he should be. Maybe I should.
Damn, I could really use something to shoot right now. Commander?
Shepard, you are staring. Hello, Shepard.
That was weird to say. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Garrus. I think because he moved positions, there might be something. Yeah, I told you it's just a game over. It's just like game over, you lose, and then you spawn right where you were, right in the same system. Liara?
Private messages terminal has new correspondence.
Hello again.
Ooh, increase decrease in recent relay traffic. Widow 95% increase. Omega 2 65%. Tassal 32%. Scene Hand 43. Pelion 12. Chiron unavailable. Yeah. And Shang-Chi Theta unavailable. Yep. Why am I ignoring evidence? It's right there. And I wasn't gonna delete the VOD. Oh yeah, Garrus. Short-term memory so bad. I've kind of always been like that. Like remember when Nicktoons were a thing on Nickelodeon? And they would show like a 12-minute episode and then like a 12-minute episode with a bunch of commercials. Sometimes I would forget what I was watching. It would like show like Rugrats episode 1, and then it would do a commercial break and then show episode 2, and they were always linked, the same ones were always linked together. I would sometimes be watching commercials and be like, what am I watching?
How's it going? Going?
I feel like I'm not alone in that though. The idea that when you're watching a TV show and when the commercials are running, you start thinking, what was I watching? No, I'm good. No one else said anything. No, there's no drama. But if you watched a little further, I did prove that if a Reaper's touching you for a good second, you can get away. But for some reason, when that happened, he touched me and it was just like immediate. I was just stuck on him and game over. I don't know why I did that. I've known the whole time that you can touch a Reaper for a bit and be fine. I think it's when they reach a certain speed. So maybe he reached like the exact speed threshold required. I don't know. It was weird. Well, also because I was coming out of an area. Like before, like I was orbiting the debris of the fuel, and maybe when you come out of it, it counts the load time, like of zooming out as being there. I don't know. That was the only difference. When I proved that you could do it, I wasn't unorbiting something. That's not a word, but yeah. I don't think it's a word. Unorbiting? Deorbit. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here. This area exists solely for that N7 mission. Alright, so once again, we're good here, we're good all here, good here, good here. This won't have anything unless a new sector. Now I'm saying the wrong word again. Of what? It wouldn't be much of a cinematic. The Normandy's a pretty small ship. It'd just be like, zap, you're dead. The Reaper just does like a little bzz. You hear the Reaper noise and then a laser and you're dead. Okay. This is the Solarian home system, I think. Which means, unless there's a new system here. There's something else here. Nope, nothing. Oh, and there's nothing else here because I believe this is the system that has... Actually, wait. Oh, yeah, that's what I literally just said that. It's the Solarian system. Brain, please work. Ooh. Aethon cluster. Sounds new. Whee! Blitzballs in space. Dodge them. Alright. Jack-Sur. Jack-Sur features heavily in ancient Volus... Oh, this is the Volus place. This is where I'm going to find the thing. Volus mythology and folklore, since its bright white surface made it easy to chart in the night sky without the aid of a telescope. Once the Volus developed advanced astronomical equipment, their scientists discovered that Jack-Sur's luminosity was caused by a thick carbon monoxide cloud cover that had hidden the real face of the planet for millennia. Irune, the home planet of the Volus. The Volus homeworld is a high-pressure, high-gravity planet that supports an ammonia-based ecology. This rare environment means that the Volus have been slow to colonize, as there are few planets that meet their habitable requirements. So, Mass Effect kind of says that most of the planets we find are more or less kind of like Earth. Like most species breathe similar air. The Volus are the weird ones. Most prefer to stay on Irune, working remotely via the extranet. Same. The more adventurous don the clumsy but vital pressure suits and venture out to worlds in Citadel space to make their fortunes. Irune is remarkable for having done away with warfare as an institution of the state. Volus culture lacks the romantic view of war found in the galaxy's most aggressive species. More aggressive. Physical skirmishes between groups rarely last long and are almost always ended by social castigation. I can guess what that means, but I don't think I've ever heard that. I've never heard like two castes, whatever, bargaining agreements or harsh economic sanctions. Irune cities tend to be built on fast trade routes rather than military defensible positions. This has left them vulnerable to husk attack now that the Reapers have overwhelmed the Turian fleets and begun a ground war on the planet. Travel advisory. Irune's ammonia-based atmosphere is toxic to non-Volus life forms. Visitors to Irune must wear pressure suits at all times when traveling outside of environmentally controlled areas. 8.8 billion, huh? Oh, that's such a sad little note. Pre-invasion. It's sad for two reasons. One, it's just like, oh, there's 8.8 billion here. Before the Reapers came and killed a bunch of people. And also, we don't know the exact amount, which means it's still going. There's no death toll. Losal, or local. The first of the Aru system's 3 gas giants. Losal is also the largest. Wow, I read that weird. Boasting over 96 moons, this planet's orbit bustles with hundreds of helium-3 extraction centers. Most of the work population lived on the planet's orbital stations, which were so numerous that they became an unofficial city, Cloud City, chaining together by tax service and extendable umbilical cords. The Reaper attack here has devastated the infrastructure, raining fragments down onto the gas giant.